Thanks for joining us here in the chat. Tuned into the Market Beast Edition. Fellow composite speaking. Zoom Video Communications Inc. is what we're going to explore today. Thank you for joining us. If you're new here, welcome back, loyal family. I'd like to pull up the bullish pattern that we discovered, speculatively discovered. Okay, it's not actually a pattern until it breaks out, right? Bullish patterns break out to the upside. So we're going to get into more details. So stick around to the end, and let's not waste time and dive right into the charts here, shall we? All right, so today's April the 18th, 2021, and the previous close of Zoom is going to be $329.95. It closed negative, approximately 0.7% for the day. Okay. Welcome back, everyone. ASMR Interesting Analysis. All right, so here's a pattern if you are just stopping in. Here's a pattern. Okay, yeah, this is what we've been following. Ladies and gentlemen, this is technically considered a bullish pattern. It is a falling wedge. These are the weekly candles. Assuming that it is within this pattern, this would be a short video, guys. I just want to explain to you all that Zoom still looks very good to me, okay? It's still above the, I guess we can pull up the, what we were also following, if you're just stopping in, the this beautiful Fibonacci retracement here. So what I've done is I've actually kind of measured from this little small area here, and then I measured it from the most recent high in October 2019 at about $578, okay? And that's how I was able to get these three lines, okay? This line, that 618, and then the 0.786 is where the price activity is currently taking place. Now, this is really good because there's only been wicks at that 786. This means that Wall Street may be in the operative word, be stepping in near this level, okay? As long as this level is respected, then everything should be just fine. That level is at about $305, okay? So at like kind of a worst case wick scenario, which it appears that there's been a lot of wicks, okay? There's been multiple wicks there just below these weekly candles. So far, the buyers are stepping in. We just have to make sure that this will be a sufficient amount of buying interest to propel the price to the upside, okay? But what I would like to see, well, this is a short video, guys. We'll close it out here. So from my very brief knowledge in the markets, I don't want to see the practical move in this market will be to not make any aggressive moves to the upside. And let me explain why I say that. Because typically when the market is confined within a pattern, you want to see not that many aggressive gestures within the pattern. In other words, Zoom is being rejected from a very large descending line. I can't make this up. To see this descending line, there's only been like one. Well, there's been more than one. There's been one starting out here, October the 19th, 2020. There's been another touch point here, February the 16th, 2020. And I don't know if you can actually see this. This area here, there's actually a wick. This was actually the big move. On March the 1st, 2021, it went from like $439. This was like this was very concerning for me. And it went all the way down to $319. That was a big move, okay? So there's been really three verifiable touch points on this descending line, okay? So the reason that I say if Zoom can just kind of quietly do some sort of sideways consolidating, I'm just going to put like a range right about here. If it could just kind of be quiet up into, I think the date was like May, somewhere around here. So let's just say like May the 24th, 2021. If it can do like some sort of sideways consolidating within this range, you know, just kind of bounce up and down, but just stay very quiet and just consolidate until it kind of gets above that descending line that's been holding it down, and then rip to the upside and just kind of catch the sellers off guard and have a very aggressive move to the upside. I mean, that was obviously exaggeration, but just I don't want to see any aggressive moves within the pattern, if that makes sense, because the buyers are subjected to the sellers right now, okay? I mean, I can't make that up. We've already verified that Zoom has made more than 3 consecutive lower highs and 3 consecutive lower lows, and the sellers do have a very unique opportunity to continue the momentum to the downside. Zoom is in an overall uptrend as long as it stays above this line that we've been talking about forever, $280, okay? That red line that we put on the chart right there. Zoom is in an overall uptrend. Sorry, guys, who stick with us many times, and I say this all the time. It's in an overall uptrend, but it has been subjected to a lot of downward pressure, and technically in a downtrend within this pattern until the breakout happens. It's not guaranteed to break out to the upside. You must be prepared. If Zoom decides to break out to the downside, that just simply means the trend is continuing from where it started in October the 19th, 2020. So let's wrap this up. If we can get a nice tight sideways consolidation, and again, the reason that I don't want to see any aggressive moves within this pattern is because the market needs to show that it is, I don't even know how to explain this. The market needs to break above this descending line and make a new high. Like, that's the bottom line. Let's not overcomplicate this, guys. The market needs to make a higher high to show maturity. Where's that higher high? The first higher high would be right here at about $440. Okay, this red circle right here that I just put on the chart. That is the bottom line. If Zoom cannot make a higher high, it would continue the trend that started in October the 19th, 2020. Let's say it breaks out of this descending line and it goes up to like $420. That's not enough. That's a lower high. Okay, if it does that and it kind of gets, weak, yeah, that's it. It's going to continue the trend. It's going to continue the trend within this pattern that I've found that could be an illusion, right? It will continue the trend to the downside. Again, Zoom needs to make a higher high. That higher high would be at about $440. Let's let this play out. Let's see if Zoom can stay quiet, leading all the way to May the 24th, 2021. That would be the most practical thing that I would be able to identify in terms of the buyers consolidating before the aggressive breakout, potentially to the upside, if the market has the opportunity to undo this very frustrating, lengthy move to the downside that started back in October the 19th. So let's see how it plays out, guys. That's pretty much what I have. Again, hopefully this was useful. Leave an appropriate thumb just below the video there if you enjoyed the content. We'll hopefully give you guys a new update and I guess kind of explore to see where it is, and hopefully it's still within that tight range. Let me give you that tight range before we leave it out here. I'm so unorganized. That tight range is going to be in between, let's see, $320. Okay, so the lower line right here, $320. Okay, and then the overhead tight range that I would prefer for it to close weekly candles is $350. Okay, so 320, 350 tight range, consolidate sideways, May the 24th, 2021. We should be good to go for a interesting breakout. Okay, up, or of course opposite direction. So that's it, guys. Also, if you're new, before you go, we'd like to send you information on the alternative markets. If you're into altcoins, Bitcoin, we cover that. Subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll send you that when it's available. So take care of yourselves, protect your portfolios, execute your strategies, please. We're going to talk very soon, and bye for now.